Question: can sexual orientation be changed through conscious decision-making or therapy? The question itself is highly charged with its seeming implication that one sexual orientation may be preferable to another. But some men and women do want to change. And tonight, our cameras, for the first time, are allowed inside a retreat for men that claims it can help. It costs $650 a weekend, and it's all part of the newest wave of so-called gay reparative therapy. Ryan Owens has our report.
Meet Preston, a 28-year-old from outside Salt Lake City, Utah, who has just landed in Houston for a weekend with his buddies.
I'm definitely excited to go and take part in it.
They've hit the road to the outskirts of town toward a small, secluded camp. Preston left his wife Megan at home because this weekend it's just for the guys.
It's so good to see you.
To be able to connect from one man to another with no facade, with nothing holding back. It's just amazing.
Part summer camp bonding, part therapeutic peer counseling, this 48-hour retreat is called Journey into Manhood.
Take a deep breath and let it out.
The purpose of the weekend is to help men like Preston overcome what they call unwanted same-sex attraction.
You walk into a room with these men and all of a sudden they know more about you than people your whole life have known about you.
For the next 2 nights, the men will bunk together here.
I'll be on the bottom bunk here. This will be my spot.
For some people, gay is never going to work. That kind of life, that way of living is just not going to gel ever with their value system. I am powerful over what I think and what I do.
David Matheson is a licensed counselor. Rich Weiler calls himself a life coach. Together, they founded the retreat in 2002. This is the first time they've allowed cameras inside their controversial organization. All but a few of the men asked us not to show their faces.
I want you to identify someone that you felt an attraction to recently that you need to process.
What are the stories you're telling yourself about him at that moment?
If God was in human form at that moment, it would have been this guy.
Can you allow yourself to not hate those feelings?
I want to grieve the fact that I feel things I don't want to feel. It's like a war is going on inside, and I can't stop it.
Journey into Manhood changed my life. I learned that I really could change.
Journey into Manhood is part of Weiler's outreach organization called People Can Change, which is built on the non-scientific premise that people can actually change their sexual orientation if they just work at it.
It's just a wonderful place to be.
Preston, who requested we only use his first name, says he was interested in boys from an early age. Tell me when you first remember struggling with an attraction to men.
Probably be about age 12. It wasn't a struggle prior to that until I learned from other people and was shamed into thinking it was a problem.
Raised a devout Mormon, he feared his family would reject him, so he kept his feelings a secret. When were you first sexually with another man?
I was 23. It used to be a very, very difficult and very shaming and quote-unquote disgusting part of my life.
At 25, Preston married a woman, but was still privately struggling with attractions to men. He says a buddy told him about Journey into Manhood, and he decided to give it a shot. That was 3 years ago.
It's been life-changing. It's been a whole new take on life. It's been absolutely miraculous for me personally.
This particular weekend is a reunion. All of these men have attended Journey into Manhood before. Most of them are religious, married to women, and some have children.
Was there a time when you took on an identity as gay or straight?
Journey into Manhood is an intensive 48 hours of what Weiler calls deep emotional work.
Go ahead and start to take off those that you've already discarded prior to coming here this weekend.
In this exercise, the men are to confront identities from their past. Next, they are encouraged to find new labels that describe the man they aspire to be.
You feel the strength of that man. You know who you are. The shadow, it's still there, but it has shrunk in the daylight of the noonday sun. It is who you are. It is who you are becoming. It is who you are called to be. Welcome that into your life.
The exercise is one of many that's meant to build up a sense of masculine self-confidence.
I was gay identified for a short time. I identified myself as bisexual for a short time. I was very, very conflicted. But absolutely identify myself as straight today, feel straight, behave straight.
Dad, father.
Outside the cabin,
Bring the man with you.
Bring your man with you.
activities are used to teach metaphorical lessons.
It's the same type of walk through life. We need other men to help guide us and show us the way to go.
Holy cow, holy cow, holy freak.
What in the world does being blindfolded and running around, what does that have to do with shaking your attraction for men?
It's the underlying issue of what are my fears? How am I afraid of other men? How am I not showing up as being truthful in my life?
Later, back at the cabin, it's time for each man to get in touch with his inner child.
Go back to some of your earliest memories. Invite the pictures, the images. Invite the feelings. Welcome that little boy's energy now. Part of that little boy is still in you today. Welcome him. Draw a picture of him.
The exercise hinges upon their basic theory of what causes same-sex attraction. At some point in childhood, a man suffers a trauma that pulls him away from male figures. Because of this loss, he yearns for male love and starts to seek it out sexually.
It's not about suppressing my same-sex attraction. It's about fulfilling it in non-sexual, gender-affirming ways.
Rich claims the key to changing is fulfilling these needs for male attention in non-sexual ways. Close relationships, platonic male bonding.
Some people are going to watch this and say, is this guy a therapist? The answer is no. Is this guy a psychologist? The answer is no. How do you know what you're talking about?
Because I've lived it. This is lived experience. I found that the psychological community pretty much abandoned people like me.
The American Psychiatric Association's position since 1973, almost 40 years now, is that homosexuality is not a mental disorder. It is not something that requires psychological treatment.
Doctors like Jack Drescher say change therapy is not legitimate from a clinical standpoint and warn it can be harmful.
Many people report that they feel depressed, suicidal, anxious, and hopeless. Those are not uncommon responses.
Preston, this is a metaphor for life. In life, you find that these are the things that stop you, just like these guys physically are going to stop you.
Despite its critics, Preston says the therapy has helped a lot with his marriage.
But you're still attracted sexually to men?
Sometimes. Sometimes. I feel a significant diminishment in that attraction. It is, without a doubt, much more of an emotional attraction than it is a sexual one now.
Visualize life on the other side of this.
But the question remains, can Preston be a husband and a lover to his wife?
Just push right into it and listen to the voices. Listen to the voices.